Over 1,000 people a day are joining network marketing, multi-level marketing, or home-based business, and 98% of them, sad to say, will miserably fail. In fact, a large percentage of them won't even make their initial investment back. I made my investment back and more in just under a few hours without doing a single product presentation or handing out a single brochure. And the truth is that every day I talk to dozens of people that have hit a dead end or quickly headed there in network marketing and weren't able to earn a single red cent in virtually every company out there. And it doesn't matter what company, despite your comp plan, your product, your patents, the science, the technology, conventions, the expert advisors, or executive team, 9 out of 10 people just don't make it as a fact. And you see, the truth is that it's pretty hard to really give up on network marketing. The lifestyle that's created being a successful network marketer is beyond what most people could even imagine. And if you've been paying any attention to an industry as a whole, you'll know that Donald Trump and Robert Kiyosaki, author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and many other revered entrepreneurial figures just like them, are running around and waving the green flag for the networking industry. Now, obviously, it really doesn't matter what companies they're endorsing for many reasons, but the thing about it is that you wouldn't even see them doing that a few years ago. But the question is, what changed their minds now? Why are they waving that green flag, and why are they waving the flag of networking now? And you see, it's obvious that they know a thing or two about the timing and getting in front of the trends. Randy Gage, the industry legend who's earned multi-millions in this industry, claims that at the rate we're going, there will be more millionaires created within the next 5 years versus the last 50 combined in this history of the industry. Again, more millionaires will be created within the next 5 years in the industry versus the last 50. So here's the deal. 98% will not, they just won't make it, will not make it. The number one question I get from people every day is why. And it's not that this is a bad industry. It's not that it's not a legitimate industry. Obviously, because obviously it is. But there are a few bad apples out there and opportunities that I consider a dead horse, where there is no growth, none whatsoever. This, just the magic isn't there anymore. And of course, I'll talk more on that on the next page. But it's just that this is a very, very fast-moving, very competitive industry. And as industry experts always say, building this business fast is a lot easier than building this business slow. You'd never find Microsoft, Google, Verizon, Starbucks, or Walmart. Any other great business doing business today in today's current market, like how they, you wouldn't find them marketing their business today like how they would have done back in the early 80s or 90s. But I find it intriguing, in fact, kind of funny how network marketers get into the game all fired up with all of their, products and their brochures, their T-shirts, their buttons, the magnetic signs on their cars, and the paraphernalia, so to speak, and they get in one of the most competitive industries out there, and in the years 2008 or 2009, and they immediately start running their business like they're back in the 80s or 90s, and then they wonder why they can't get their business off the ground. And they're running their business like it's like they're back in the 80s, maybe minus the corporate website, and they wonder why they fail. Many of them will actually go back to the drawing board or jump to another company and start their prehistoric business building and marketing tactics, only to flop once again, scratching their head and asking themselves that universal question: why? Why can't I make this thing work? And the old school prospecting methods will kill your chances of making any real money in MLM, and that's just an absolute fact. The old school prospecting methods will kill your chances of making any money in real MLM, and in fact, it's using those dinosaur MLM tactics. It's kind of like trying to fill a leaking bucket. And here's why. If you follow the old MLM dogma of cold calling prospects, handing out CDs, and spending all your money on opportunity leads, and talking to your broke friends and family, or whatever, or what have you, you're almost guaranteed to lose most, probably all, of your people to competing distributors who can advertise on your front doorstep thanks to Google. This means that you'll be forced to recruit every single day for the lifespan of your business just to combat the constant attrition and dropout rate that will plague your organization. You see, the old ways worked great when people stayed in and purchased products every month for years at a time, allowing you to build a large, profitable organization. But in today's crazy online world, the average reps only stick around for about 2 or 3 months, if you're lucky, before you even get a chance to recoup your marketing costs. And that's how radically the industry changed since the internet. So what can you do to make money in multi-level marketing today? And it's actually pretty easy. You simply do the exact opposite of what other network marketers are doing. And I mean, here's what I mean. Most people spend all their money and time calling overpriced leads only to end up talking to some guy named Bubba who's really looking for a job. Others jump from company to company hoping this one will be the one that really works out. But the richest and savviest distributors and marketers don't do any of those things. They don't call cold leads. We don't show the plan to everyone with a pulse. We don't bother our friends, family, or neighbors. Instead, we use correct and true marketing tactics to get people to call us up and say, hey, I'm interested in your business. I took a look and I'm ready to join. I'm ready to sign up. And so instead of you bringing your opportunity to them, they're bringing the opportunity to you to sign them up. And that's true marketing in its fullest. And that's what the biggest and the best network marketers in the world do. And that's just kind of the way you got to do business. Of course, we're going to take you over to the next page, and we're going to talk a little bit more, a little bit more in depth for a few minutes here about the industry and how to run your business effectively. Fill in your information, and I'll see you on the next page.